Hey y'all, how y'all doing? First of all, I know I look like crap. I had emergency dental surgery about a week ago, and although I'm in no pain right now, everything is healing fine. Um, the medicine afterward made me um, queasy and a sort of weak in my legs. So I basically took this past week off in order to just heal and gather my strength. And so this is going to be a short video today. As y'all can see, I'm sitting on the floor in front of my bookcases here. Because it's kind of cold outside and I have laundry going on in my laundry room, and I'm making this video as I'm cooking. Um, so this is going to be a quick little video. It's going to be a review. I haven't done a review like this before, and I'm going to be talking to you about the Pride Tarot, which is a collaborative tarot deck. I did not know this deck was out there, but probably a little over a week ago, it was before my surgery, I ran down to a local comic book shop in my town I live in here in Oak Harbor. It was a comic book shop, but it's more of a bookstore now. They've rearranged it and got more stuff. And I went in for to get something that I was going to be mailing out to my patrons. I could have ordered it on Amazon, but I do try to purchase local whenever I can. And also, I wanted to, I didn't have time to wait for it to come in so that I could mail it to my patrons to put these packages together. And so I bought two decks for myself that day. The first was the Pride Tarot deck. And the second was the Golden Girls Tarot, and I might do a video on that one. But anyway, back to this deck. So, this is a 78 card deck. It is something of a Rider-Waite clone in that it sort of follows the structure of the 22 major arcana and the 56 minor arcana. It is a collaborative deck, meaning that there are several artists. And I believe that each card was done by a different person. And in looking at the art styles, me being something of an artist myself, I believe there may be a couple of instances where a different one artist may have done two cards. The book does come with the little guidebook. It's not the typical LWB or Little White book. This is a fairly thick book, and I usually don't like the little white book that tells you how to read the cards because it's always someone else's interpretation of a card. But what I like about this one is each card description was written by the artist who designed the card, and it has their autograph. So this is the entry for strength right here. You can see the picture and then a description, and then here written by the artist, and then there's their autograph. So I kind of like that. As an artist myself, I like reading the artist say, why did I choose this imagery? Why did I make these choices in this art? What was I trying to express? So I really did like that. And at the back of it, it looks like there's a short biography of the people who help put this deck together, the artists and creators and facilitators. And there's a spread here called the Rainbow Spread. There's different spreads. There's the parade spread and the rainbow spread that you can try out. Now to the cards themselves, everybody always wants to know, what does the back look like? So this is the back. I really like that. If you can't tell, that says love is love. I think that would make a great tattoo. And since there are, hold on. And then here is a title card that came with it. I'm going to hold that up, and y'all can freeze this and read it if you want to. It's called Pride Tarot, a collaborative deck, and I'm going to read it for you. On March 31st, 2017, Gilbert Baker, the creator of the iconic rainbow flag, sadly passed away. Mr. Baker was both an LGBTQ activist and artist and was well known for helping friends create banners for protests and marches. To honor the memory of Gilbert Baker, NewFest and NYC Pride partnered with FontSelf to create a free font inspired by the design language of the iconic rainbow flag. The font was named Gilbert after Mr. Baker, and that's signed typewithpride.com. Gilbert is proudly used throughout Pride Tarot. So that's about the font used in the deck. There's another card, and honestly, did I accidentally leave it over? Y'all, I probably, oh wait, no, here, no. I'm sorry, y'all, and I don't feel like struggling to get up to go grab it. But there's another card in the deck. It has the regular back on it. And on the front here, it's the gay pride flag, you know, with the different colors. And there's a word over each color that's like a value in the gay community. I think I left it over there somewhere. I don't feel like jumping up to show it to you. I'll try to post some images from this deck to my Instagram page today if you guys would like to see it. I'll separate some of my favorite images from this deck just to sort of show it off. And again, my Instagram is Carolina_Dean. So, getting back to the deck, since this deck is a collaborative project, the art styles for the different cards are different. So I'm just going to pull two different cards right here. So we have the King of Pentacles and the High Priestess. The King of Pentacles was illustrated by Helena Nelson Reed, and the High Priestess by Polly Fay. And I just want to show you the contrast in the art styles here. So each card has sort of a different art style. And as you can see with this Chariot card here, it does sort of mimic, the images do sort of mimic the Rider-Waite. Here's the Death card. I really like this card. It shows him carrying the pride flag instead of, you know, the black flag with the white rose on it. I did separate a couple of cards I really wanted to show you. Some of the decks, there is something of a change. So in place of the Hierophant, we have the Messenger. And this woman right here, at first I thought that was Kamala Harris, forgive me. But when I looked at the little book and read it, because I wanted to see, is that Kamala Harris? It said, I cannot remember her name, but it's a Latino woman who founded an organization for trans rights. I cannot think of her name, and I don't want to look it up in that book. Here's another one that I really liked. This is the Knight of Cups. Now this guy I do remember. I don't remember his name, but I read the little book. This card is based on the man who came up with the drag queen story hour. And this card combines the masculinity of the knight with the femininity of water. And he's an emotionally available man, someone who wears his heart on his sleeves and who's in touch with his emotions. And if you look closely, the little bird up here in the corner is carrying a love letter. So I really like a lot of the choices that the artist Stephen Bright went with this. This is another card I pulled out that I just really liked it. This is the Seven of Cups, illustrated by Lisa Hunt. It shows a young man, or it could be a woman, and they're looking at the rainbow above with all the little things at the end of the rainbow. And honestly, what struck me about this card is I saw myself as a youth looking to the future and all the options that are available to me at that time. And hopefully today, there's some youth out there today who'll look at this card and they'll see a lot more options available to them. Oh, and look at here. I didn't set it aside. This is the card I was telling y'all about. This would make a great little bookmarker, or maybe even include it in your card when you do readings. It's just sort of an extra card. This is the one with the rainbow flag here. And I can't read that backwards, so I'm going to tell you. It says, life, healing, sunlight, nature, serenity, and spirit. And it says, see instructions for rainbow spread on page 90 of the booklet. That's a really nice card. I want to show it to y'all again. Right. And then in other incidences, sorry y'all, my speech, y'all can tell my voice is a little gravelly. In other incidences, there are other incidents here where they do sort of break away from the traditional male-female roles with the cards. For instance, this is the King of Wands. And if you look at that, you probably first think, oh, that's sort of a cute guy. He's kind of, butch and leather. Well, that's actually, and not my words, it's in the book, this is a leather Butch Dyke. So our King of Wands in this deck is a leather Butch Dyke, which I don't really have a problem with her being the King of Wands being anatomically female, because it's about the qualities associated with the card, not the body they're engendered in. Let's see. This, I'm just pulling up, you may recognize this Two of Swords. I recognize that art style. I can't think of the name of the deck. I think it's Tarot of the Moon Garden. Y'all might recognize that art style, and I haven't looked it up, but I bet you that's the same artist that did that deck. And then here's sort of the Three of Swords with a sort of stained glass look. I'm just sort of looking through here now. Some of it is topical. I thought this was really interesting. This is the Seven of Swords, and it shows a Navy man sneaking out of the camp with the swords. And if you look at the tattoo on its arm, it's a DADT 2011. And of course, DADT was the whole don't ask, don't tell, which is about, keeping secrets and secrecy. Just looking through here. Oh, this struck me too. I believe that is Old Magneto, Sir Ian McKellen in that deck. Just looking, I'm looking. Anything I want to show you? There is some cultural things here. So this looks to be African in nature. So there are people of color. This looks to me, I'm not sure, maybe Japanese or Asian inspired. Here we have the Two of Cups, so they don't really exclude the straights out of there. Oh, this card here makes me think too. While this is called the Pride Tarot, I would also say it's probably more of a queer feminist deck. There's not a whole lot of male representation in this deck. Here's one of the few ones with the Three of Cups. I think of that rhyme, rub-a-dub-dub, 3 men in a tub, even though there's 2 there. I love this artwork on this. This is what, the Nine of Cups, which is usually the wish card. I'm thinking Medusa with that one. Also, there's a lot of, I don't hesitate to say the word beautiful, but in a lot of decks today, you usually see people who are quote unquote beautiful in the sense that they're thin and white and blonde. This deck sort of embraces different body types. This is the Ten of Cups, and it shows a female couple, and of course they're not, thin and conventionally beautiful in that sense. Here we have the Two of Pentacles, a very happy man there. I love this one, the Three of Pentacles. It shows older people giving out grandma hugs at Pride events. I'm looking for another specific card as I go through the. Here's another one. I don't know who this is supposed to be because I didn't look it up in the book, but I just watched Thunder Force Friday night, today's Sunday, and when I saw this, my first thought was Melissa McCarthy. But see, this goes into, the whole idea of the different body types and the beauty in our differences. This one right here, God bless his heart, reminded me of Lafayette from True Blood. That actor passed away a couple of years ago. Sorry if y'all didn't already know that. Okay, and then that's all the cards. So anyway, I find this to be a very interesting deck. I really like the artwork on it. I like the concept behind it. Again, it is something of a queer feminist deck. There's not a great deal of male representation there, but there are other decks if you want that. For example, the Gay Tarot. I haven't done a lot of work with this deck yet. Sort of shuffled them for the field. They're about a standard size, and I have kind of small hands, so I am able to shuffle these fairly easy. The card stock is decent. It's not too stiff, and it's not a cheap, thin card stock. So overall, I really like this deck. I'll probably be featuring it as my card of the day, which I no longer do that on Instagram. I do that on my Patreon, which you can find that in my link tree. I'm on Patreon at patreon.com/Carolina Dean. Please consider becoming my patron. I post every day. I have lots and lots of content on there. Anyway, this has gone on longer than I thought it would, but that is my review of this deck. I give it one thumb. Let's go with two. Let's give it 2 thumbs up since I have 2 thumbs. 2 thumbs up. And anyway, I hope you guys enjoy the rest of your weekend. Bye now.